guys. Welcome back to another episode of
How You Really Feel podcast. We are very excited to be back in the studio today because, of course, we have missed you. We've all been on vacation. We've all had family and stuff come in. But, of course, we have all of this social and all of this gossip and all of these things that are happening.
So many shows to catch up on.
Okay, not just shows, but Instagram. You know, I'm an Instagram person myself.
Yeah.
And like our TikTok, and we just want to bring you the most interesting things that we think are interesting for you guys. So, you know, we're all a part of this nice little community of How You Really Feel, and we want to thank you for being here. Our other co-host, Tiana, is not here at this moment.
But so coming.
She will be here.
She will. Don't worry.
But until then, okay, so
let's get into it.
I think that the first thing, I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Kanisha.
Glad that you're here.
And I'm always glad that you're here because somebody needs to hear all the stuff I got to say.
Okay, and
because we got opinions.
Oh, got you.
Come on.
Period. Okay, so you might be listening to us, but seeing us is good as well. So you can also listen on YouTube while you're driving. But you can also look at YouTube. Just make sure that your ass is sitting at a desk or sitting in your home. So anyway, without further ado, hello, I'm smiling.
Hi.
To our radio world. So we're going to talk about the Housewives. And so I think I want to talk about the Beverly Hills Housewives first.
Oh, let's get into it.
So what have you been thinking about the reunion?
The reunion was dry. I was parched. I needed water the entire time. The drama was not drama enough. I really wanted them to delve into all the cattiness that happened in the season, and it just seemed like everybody came with a resolve, and we didn't get to see how they got to the resolve. Yeah, so I was very much so like, wah, 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 wah. I mean, literally, it was background music while I was cleaning up my house.
Oh, wow.
Thanks, Bravo.
You know, I don't know. I guess it was like that. I just didn't really think about it because of most of the Housewives reunions are like that to me. But I know. I mean, and then now that you say that, it makes me think about it and look at it differently. You know. So what I was thinking about it, I was thinking of how I could see that Anne-Marie and Garcelle probably don't really get along, and I can see that there's two totally differences in her. I can see how Anne-Marie is trying to stick up for people in the cast. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, she's really trying to make sure that she has a seat next year.
Yeah.
And I do think that she's great. I think that I would love to hear more about her history. You know what I'm saying? More about her background because she is an interesting person. I think that I'm so sick of seeing Sutton.
Oh, but Sutton passed out. That was the best part of the reunion.
And
she fell out, y'all.
No, she passed out because she was fucking scared when Kathy was coming out there. Kathy Hilton. I'm thinking, girl. You know, and then Kathy, even though if you don't know, Kathy Hilton is Kyle's sister.
Yeah.
And so Kyle always has this tumultuous relationship with her sister. And
Kathy is the oldest, so I can imagine that being the older sister, she probably scrutinized the younger sister. So there's probably that dynamic as well mixed in there with the fact that Kathy Hilton is a part of the Hilton empire.
Right.
So with that, you kind of feel like you have to live up to your sister.
Yeah.
And I think with Kyle, she's always trying to live up and be as good as Kathy. And I think that's where they always butt heads because Kathy's like, girl, you'll never be me.
Exactly, because she's older and stuff like that. But then it was almost like she was loving the fact that people said, well, Kathy, you know you can just say a word and it'll be done in Hollywood. And she was like, no, I don't think that. I'm like, bitch, everyone knows that you probably feel good about the fact that they just said that you could do that.
And she knows she can. I mean, she's putting on for the cameras.
Messy. Did you see her walking with those heels on?
Honey, I love everything about Kathy Hilton. If they brought her onto the show again, I would sign up.
Okay.
I feel like I'm so over The drama with everybody. It was just not enough drama.
But did you think it was drama whenever Kathy started telling Kyle's business and shit and about, oh, yeah, I thought your relationship was over like 3 years ago. That's when I saw it. You remember she was saying all that? I was thinking that was so messy and so funny, and you cannot hold. And
but it's
Kathy
real.
is going to say everything that she wants to say. It was just so freaking funny.
Because she don't know how much the audience knows or doesn't know. And she's a big sister, so she's gonna be like, so in my opinion, this is a long time coming.
Because remember, I told you that, and I'm like thinking, ooh, she is not feeling good. And I will say, Miss Erica, is always the best dressed.
Hands down.
She's always the most well put together. I just
want her to come back to non-Ozempic Erica. I don't like this Ozempic Erica. I admired her size and her beauty. I thought she was gorgeous as a size 4 or 6, whatever she was. Now she's like a -0, and it's not as attractive. It's not as appealing. Well, and I know she's open about it. She's like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm on Ozempic. Everybody else is, so fuck it, I'm gonna do it too. And it's like, yeah, but get to the desired size and then stop. I feel like she is still on it to enhance whatever -0 size she's trying to be. I'm just like, I don't get it. I miss her. I miss her curves.
It's her not eating. That's what it is. Because Ozempic's not going to do anything. Like, you can still be fat on Ozempic, by the way.
Oh, I don't know nothing about it.
Because Ozempic just helps to curb your appetite. So then there are people who still continue to eat, and then they are not going to lose any weight.
Well, honey.
But I will say this. I like her at any size. I do think she looks good.
I think she looks great.
And we're looking from a different eye. But now that you say that, of course, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah,
I think she always looked good. I thought she looked good with curves. I'm thinking, girl, I love it when you put on the latex. Girl, you can wear latex every day for me.
Because she's fierce. She's fierce.
Like, the way that she carries herself. And
even after the divorce, during the divorce, like
I like her. I like her speaking her fucking mind.
Right? Because them hoes came for her. And
she always stands
She was 10 toes down.
All the time.
And they don't like the fact that she keeps bringing up, oh, okay, so now y'all want to rah with this one.
Right. But I'm with her.
Back in the day, y'all were coming at me. Right. So I want them to come at you the same way. And everyone's like, oh my God, why would you say that?
Right.
I agree with her. And like, if you're going to attack one, attack all every time some drama pops up.
Even with Dorit.
Dorit get on my nerves. Dorit don't know who she want to be. She want to lie and say that her and PK are okay. And then when she came out with that, what was that on her head?
Girl, that spit curl.
The spit, not only the spit curl, but then the head scarf,
she
shawl.
She says it's fashion.
She looked like she was trying to. Well, it looked like she was trying to be another ethnic person.
Yeah,
because we know
she was trying to be a gypsy or something like that, or she was just showing her Jewish roots.
I don't know. I think she was trying to be Moroccan.
But that is so.
Either way, it wasn't working for me, Dorit. So no, that's not fashion. And if it is fashion, it's not fashion for you.
And she always plays the victim. It was wearing her. She always plays the victim.
The entire episode.
She always plays the victim. No matter what, you can't tell her anything.
Not a word.
You can't tell her anything. So anyway, do you have any last words for the Beverly Hills Housewives before I move on to Married to Medicine?
No, I think it's time to shuffle it up. I think it's time to get rid of some and keep some. I think it's time to do New York.
Speaking of shuffling, bitch, what about the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Ooh, now that shuffle I am here for. So they got rid of Sonya, and then the little crony friend of what's her name, they got rid of. The little girl who was she Sheree's friend, but she kept starting drama. I forget what her name was, but they got rid of her.
But Shamia is on the cast now.
I believe so. Shamia, Portia. Was it Nene who they said they were trying to bring back?
But they can't because Portia don't want to work with her.
Right. Candy gone. Yeah. Cynthia's gone.
Is she going to be a friend to the show?
Who, Cynthia?
Yeah.
More than likely. She was on Beverly Hills. I mean, the girl will always be around. Ding, ding. She need a check.
Okay. And then there was Kendra's going to be there, correct?
Kenya.
And who else is there besides
Marlo? I think
But Marlo's not going to be on there, is she? I don't think
I
that
think
she's going to be on there. I think that they removed Marlo, sweetie.
Oh.
We'll have to do our due diligence and get back with our asses, girl, because we need to. The next time we'll make sure we have the lineup.
We will, because it's going to be whatever it is. I am here for it because, baby, I want to know what's the tea with Portia and Simon, honey.
Girl, have you read any of that stuff?
Well, I haven't read. I just seen things posted on IG.
And yeah.
And I was just like, it just seems real messy. The man seems to be a womanizer, and he seems to be a scammer.
Okay, because you said the man seems to be a womanizer, right? Not being funny. Mm-hmm. Portia knows what the fuck she's getting into because.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say that she didn't know that.
So you're figuring it out. So becoming a gold digger, right? Mm-hmm. And trying to get the coins, and then you start seeing that, oh, okay, this ain't hitting up. You know what I'm saying? Or that is the type of thing.
I think what she realized was
when you get
where them coins coming from.
Right, but then when you got somebody that was on your cast, a friend of the show, honey, and all you end up with her boyfriend, her husband.
Well, and I just saw something last night where one of the ex-wife, Fallon,
right,
one of her friends is shooting a video of her on IG, and she asked her, so now that Simon is single, baby, Fallon fell out laughing because her friend was like, now would you be able to go get after the money? And she just started laughing hard and long because she must know the money ain't legit.
Right.
And I think that's what he's trying to make it legit. And I think Portia knows that the money ain't legit, so that's why her ass was like, so get me out.
Parts of the legal battles that he has is he had been allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly because I read it, but I don't know. So I'm going to say allegedly he was sent from the country and he was not supposed to come back twice, right? So then he got married to this girl and then he got back into the country and then they were like, fuck, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? And they realized that he had got what do you call it?
Exported.
Extradited. Well, not extradited, but when they send you back to your home country. Because I thought I heard.
I thought I did too.
I thought I heard.
Is she locked out?
She can't be locked out.
Oh, okay.
She could call, but she's just probably singing. But I heard that that's how he got back. So he has been scamming people and scamming the system constantly. And he is another person who I think does inflation of your wealth.
Yeah.
To get more wealth, you know. And I do think that that's a big thing in Atlanta anyway.
Yeah. Well, and something that I read was I guess he had racked up over $100,000 debt with a private jet company.
The timeshare jet company.
Yeah. So, and to me, I look at the jet company and say, so at what point do you say, you can't fly no more? It took y'all to let him rack up $100,000
because that's not a lot
worth.
Well, because think about it. That's probably like 6 months. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but still, who's doing your accounting?
Well, because also think about it, that's bigger money than what we might be able to see. So for them, it's like one check could be $60,000. Okay, and then a month later, it could be another 60 and another 60 because it's a jet, for God's sake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you're doing a timeshare for a jet. To me, I think it lets people on the outside see, well, you know what? When we see people on jets, we think, oh, they're owning these jets. No, boo-boo. They
don't.
That's just for a photo op. That's just for, oh, you know what? It's my timeshare time. Let me go ahead and, hey, everybody, I can give you 30 minutes or you can pay me $3,000. Yeah. And I'm going to give you 15 minutes so you and your wife and all your family can sit up on my jet and you can take all these pictures as if I'm flying you to wherever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And put it on Instagram.
Just for clout.
The clout chasing.
And that's what I was getting from this whole thing. A lot of clout. And I don't want to say like everybody in Atlanta is like that, but I know of a lot of people. I know of several people. I won't say a lot. I know of several people who chase clout and they live in Atlanta and it's all about what I'm wearing, what I got, what I'm driving, how big my house is, this, that, and other. And they can be in thousands of dollars of debt and don't know where that money is coming from. But if you're like Mr. Simon, which is what we were talking about, this man will take whatever wealth he has and borrow against it. So whatever wealth you have, you can borrow against it, and then you can continue to borrow against it until they catch up with you.
I understand.
And that's where he's at. They've all caught up with him and like, bruh, you ain't got no more money to borrow against. And I'm like, that's where, I was about to call her Phaedra. That's where Fallon was like, good luck, girl, because you wanted my man so bad, so you got him.
Okay. Meanwhile, I can go on these dating shows and have fun with other men, and they already know I got a kid, and I'm cute. She's very good looking.
Yeah, and
I gotta
she already
adjust
been there
myself
and done that.
forward.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to Atlanta's newest season. But let's segue into another season that's just ended in that Bravo land. That's Married to Medicine. And what did you think of that reunion?
I did like it. Bringing Apollo back was like, you know what I'm saying? But me also looking at reunion, I felt like it was one of those mediocre reunions, if you may say.
Ooh, I didn't.
Because I just did not. Because I guess I get the same thing on the show, especially from Simone. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Simone is a nutcase, and she gets on my nerves as well because she can be so loud and mean-spirited to people for no reason. Like the whole thing with her and Quad, and she yelling at Quad, but Quad's trying to have a moment. Like, I was like, let the girl have the moment and apologize while she up here on the stage. Because there was one Instagrammer who was like, look, let Quad come on here and secure the check because she need the check, which is why she out here apologizing. And I was like,
True.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have those jobs that she used to have.
So the Sister Circle show that she had, which is when she started to diss these sisters in the circle, that show folded.
Right.
So guess what? Ain't no checks coming in no more. So now she's like, okay, I need checks.
So what do you think about the production allowing for them to mention her deceased niece on the...
I thought that was valid because it's something that really happened.
Okay.
I think it was necessary to be brought up. And in the sense that Simone brought it up made the most sense because...
I agree.
Here we are, but they were talking about Dr. Jackie and how she was coming under the radar because of some old comments that she said about Black women and their health and how they fake or over-exaggerate their pain.
Right.
And then she has this whole conversation with Kamala Harris, vice president, and then she's, oh, no, we need to protect Black women and their health and this, that, and other. So
that rubbed me the wrong way, but go ahead.
And so she came under fire from
and I was
Instagram.
one of the ones who were shooting at her. Go ahead.
Because they're like, sis, this was like 6 years ago. You were just saying this.
Correct.
So now that you're having a conversation with Vice President Harris, now you want to switch up your story. Which one is it? And so then Jackie, oh, I'm a victim. This is hard for me because da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, yeah, but own it. Yes, I would say, hey, I did say that back then. And, I am clear and aware of where I went wrong in my verbiage. No way did I really mean that all Black women are like that.
Right.
I was just saying that some, and she could have cleared that up right then and there, but instead she became yet again another victim. And then she said all the other women reached out to her except for Quad, which is why she thought Quad reached out to the blogs and said X, Y, and Z. But I doubt Quad ain't thinking about reaching out to the blogs.
See, but I'm also agreeing with the reason that Simone thought it was okay to say it, because she wasn't saying it to be malicious. Mm-hmm. She was just saying, hey, you know what? Everyone reached out when you were in the time of, you know what I'm saying, when you're in time of despair. But
not Quad. But then Quad did later say, I did reach out. I reached out to Dr. Heavenly. Now, this is where I have a problem. If I'm going through something and you reach out to Tiana about me, why you can't just come to me?
Ding, 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 ding. Exactly.
We grown. You don't need approval from this friend who is a close friend just to...